Hey, I am just chilling in my hammock and I am going to discuss with you the 13 things about German culture that you should know before you live in Germany. The first thing is that it's not as easy to get a job with no experience in Germany as it is in America. Because in Germany, they expect everybody to have either a degree of some sort or an apprenticeship. Because it's all free and paid for. So it is a challenge to get a job in Germany because of the fact that as Americans, if we don't have a degree, we normally don't have things like apprenticeships just to be a waitress or a store clerk. But in Germany they do. So one thing that will really boost your opportunity to get a job if you don't live in a major hub like international culture like Berlin or Munich is to take a language course. They're fairly affordable and they're awesome, and you should definitely do that if you're in Germany. They're like offered at every like local school. They're called Volksschule, but yeah, they're offered there. And yeah. But the next point, if you move to Germany and you try to get a job or you try to do anything, you just try to even move into an apartment, you're gonna have to deal with German bureaucracy, and it is a major headache. They have a form for everything. If you get a dog, you gotta register your dog and pay a tax on it. If you have an address, they're gonna have you register your address, and then they're gonna mail you your church and your TV tax, even though you don't even listen to German radio. So everything has a form for it, and when you go to the office to try to get your visa, they're going to send you to 5 other offices just to get some form filled out that is just for the form to like give you the permit to start looking for the job to get your visa. And it is going to take months, and they're going to try to deter you, but just stay strong and motivated and keep going, and you can get it done. And another thing that really helps if you're trying to get a job is connections. It helps in any culture, but especially in German culture if you can't speak German. Just know people, be friendly, and they'll probably get you a job. Otherwise they're going to go, did you do an apprenticeship? No? Oh, sorry. So next thing is the grocery stores. The grocery stores, first of all, you can find so much cheap food. It is awesome. They have local markets if you live in a village, even if you don't live in the village, every weekend, and it's affordable. It is not like $5 for a pear like in the markets in California. It is like 20 cents, like local little farmers. It's great. And if you don't even go to the market, if you just go to the grocery store, you can get food for under $1, everything. I used to be on this major tight budget where I would shop and only buy things that were under $1, and yes, you can do that in Germany, and it's awesome. But when you go to the clerk to check out, don't be surprised if you feel a tremendous amount of pressure to go extremely fast, because they don't really have like a bagging area. They just kind of expect you to just pay and go, and they will just stop everything and wait for you to finish bagging and paying, and she won't start checking in the next person until you're finished. And there's no smiling whatsoever, so it's just major pressure. Like, you have to go fast, like get your groceries and go. And otherwise, you're just sitting there in this super awkward silence where there's a line behind you and they're just like, come on, and everybody's just waiting on you. And so, like, that brings me to the next point, which is that in Germany, customer service isn't like, it's interpreted differently as in America. So in America, the customer's always right is a slogan that we have, and you're supposed to smile and greet people. Don't be surprised if you don't get that treatment in Germany, because when you go into a store, it's depending on the store, but sometimes you won't even be asked if you need help or if you found everything all right. Like, they just have definitely a different perspective when it comes to customer service. And yeah, don't be put down by that. That's just how they do it. They are definitely also, there is nothing open on Sundays at all. Like, it's gonna be, unless you're, as I said, in Berlin or Munich, where there's like huge hubs and international culture and it's a big city. If you're in any normal small town, you're gonna have such a hard time going shopping on a Sunday, and every Sunday you're gonna realize that you forgot to get something and all the stores will be closed. Also, late at night, nothing's open either. Everything closes at like, I don't know, 6, 8 at the latest. So everything will be dead past that if you live in like a German town. And The only thing that's open food-wise late at night is a döner, which a döner is like a little delicious thing. Just go find it. It's made with meat and it's just delicious. But that's the only thing, but it's so good. It's awesome. Yeah, other than that, that's it. Germans are extreme rule followers. They don't even cross the crosswalk on a red light. I'm sure you've heard of that, but it just goes into like it infiltrates all areas of society. They follow all rules. Even the young crowd, like they'll kind of break the rules in a rule following way. Like they'll bend the rules or they'll try to be like a little edgy, but they definitely still, for the most part, are afraid of going against the society and the grain. Even with the forms and the paperwork, they don't understand if you don't fill it out. Like, you didn't fill out the paperwork? What do you mean you didn't fill it out? You didn't fill it out? So yeah, well actually it doesn't really matter, but just be like frowned upon often in Germany if you cross the street on red, or if you cut in line, or if you do something any out of the social norm at all. Like if you start like singing in public, if you're super loud, if you're loud at a bar, they will tell you to shut up, and they will not tell you nicely. They really frown upon being loud and having fun in a bar. And I'm not kidding. I've been told multiple times while I was living in Germany, multiple times, to shut up, basically. Because I was having a good time. Hello? You know, in American culture, we're super loud. It's not like I go out all the time, but every once in a while, you know? But definitely not okay in Germany. Some of the positive things, though, aside from them being rule followers, is that they're super outdoorsy and they love to travel. So if you go for a walk in the woods, you're going to run into like 5 other people walking their dogs, just alone, with their wives, whatever. They love biking. There are biking paths everywhere across Germany. You can bike all the way across Germany. It's amazing. You can bike to the lake, you can bike to the next city. The biking is just, like I said, they're super outdoorsy. So there's fishing, biking, hiking, trails everywhere. It's great. And they love to travel, so they will be like, it's super easy, in other words, to get around Germany and to travel within Europe, but especially Germany. There's so many ways to travel. There's buses, trains, cars, like BlaBlaCar is a thing, Flixbus, Prague bus system, whatever. There's like all kinds of stuff, and it's super awesome to travel in Germany. And it's really easy to navigate because they're so organized and structured and like, you know, uptight about that. I'm just kidding. They're not uptight. They're just really organized and structured that when you go to a big foreign city like Munich or Berlin, it's so easy to navigate because there's like maps everywhere and they're easy to read and you can ask people and everybody speaks English, and it's super easy to travel in Germany. And everything's so easy to navigate. The bus system, everything, the subway system, it's all automated. And it's great. It's great. And so, they are very outwardly friendly. They're super nice and courteous, Germans, that is to say, but they won't, they're not superficially friendly like in America. Like, they won't be your friend just because they sat next to you on the subway. Sorry, Americans, but they won't. They'll be really like, unless you're in Berlin or Hamburg or Munich or any other huge major city, Frankfurt or something. Yeah, Frankfurt, no. But otherwise they're gonna think it's kind of weird that you're asking for their number and saying that you should hang out on Thursday if you just met them 2 minutes ago. Hey, oh my god, you're so cool, let's hang out. That's just not a thing. They're gonna think it's really weird. They might not like show that outwardly, but you'll get like a little like, maybe, okay, yeah. Like, you'll just sense it. You'll see what I mean if you live in Germany. You'll see what I mean. And they'll be kind of hesitant. They might hang out with you in a group, but it takes them a while to warm up. And if they already have a group, it'll take you a while to enter their group. For a while, you'll just be the crazy cool American. And so you'll definitely get invited to stuff, but you won't be in with their group for a little while, unless you're in a major city. Yeah, and I think that pretty much sums up the amazing country of Germany. They have great music, they love metal, they're pretty like westernized, so the hippie movement, and in other words, like if you're vegetarian or vegan, it'll be pretty easy to get food there because like they're starting to come into that trend. The markets are great. Oh, you should definitely go to the Volksmarch. Nobody hears about them, but they're awesome. They're these like it's like called hiking days, and there's these groups that do hiking. They set up hikes around Volksmarch. Like, just find it. It's really, really cool. Volksmarch. Yeah, it's hard to find, but once you get in them, they're so cool. It's just like, if you're into hiking and stuff. Yeah, that, and definitely go to the fests that everybody hears about and knows about, but Volksmarches are really cool. And yeah, have fun in Germany. Bye!